Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make homemade Nutella. Now I'm sure you're probably familiar with the chocolate hazelnut spread that you buy under the name Nutella at the grocery store, right? Well, I'm going to show you how to make it from scratch. The ingredients are healthier and the flavor is really, really good. So, and I'm also going to give you a little tip on how to take the skins off of the hazelnuts, which can sometimes be a little time consuming. So I got a little trick for you. So I'm Rockin' Robin and I'll show you how to do it right after this. So when we make our Nutella from scratch, we're making it much healthier because we can control all the ingredients, how much sugar goes into it, etc. Now if you look at a jar of Nutella in the store, the first ingredient is sugar. And then there's some palm oil and hazelnuts and cocoa and down the line. Then you get soy lecithin, which is basically an emulsifier which just keeps everything together. And the last thing that I can remember is that there's vanillin, I think that's how you say it, and that is just a bunch of artificial flavors. So let's get started with our ingredients and I'll show you what's in my recipe. All right, so here we go. Right here we have our hazelnuts, which we'll have to remove those skins and we'll be roasting those as well in the oven. I've got some dark chocolate here from Trader Joe's. This is a great deal. This is from Belgium and I tell you, it's inexpensive, and if you have a Trader Joe's near you, you might want to try that. I've got some heavy organic whipping cream here, some regular whole milk here, some cocoa powder, honey, vanilla, and we're going to use some baking soda. And that's it. So once you make my Nutella recipe, you can use it for any number of other recipes that call for Nutella. In fact, I've got a friend, Dave, who has a channel called Cook and Share, and he has a delicious recipe for peanut butter Nutella cookies. I'm going to leave a link for you right over here and down below in the description so you can go over there and check that out. So we're going to start off with our hazelnuts. We want to get those skins off, and here's my little tip to do that easily. So we're going to take our hazelnuts and we're going to just pour them into a pan, into a saucepan. I'm going to fill it with water. I'm going to cover the hazelnuts with plenty of water because I'm going to boil them on the stove for 3 minutes. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of baking soda to the pot, and this is going to help release those skins. All right, so our hazelnuts are starting to boil. You want to watch this so that it doesn't boil over. So don't walk away from this if you have to pick it up. And you notice the foam that comes up, and so I usually take some of that off. Remember, we're only doing this for 3 minutes, guys, so just keep an eye on it. Scrape off any foam, and I'll show you what we do after this is done. Once your 3 minutes are up, you're going to go ahead and pour the hazelnuts into a strainer. So all you have to do here is just run the water, and you can see how simple they just peel right off. So go ahead and just peel each one, and the skins slide right off. I place them in another bowl. I forgot to mention, but do preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and you want to make sure that it's absolutely hot before we put the hazelnuts in the oven. So I got my hazelnuts now all nice and skinned. I'm just going to pour them onto this cookie sheet. I dried them a little bit with a towel, try to dampen, get the moisture up. So again, I'm going to put these in the oven, 400 degrees, for anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes or so. And I'm going to go ahead and rotate them, check them about halfway through. So we want them to be nice and golden brown. I took the hazelnuts out of the oven. They're a nice, beautiful golden brown now that you can see that there. And so while they're cooling off, because we have to let them cool before we put them in the food processor, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the cream and the chocolate. So now all we have to do, everyone, is I've got a double boiler here. If you don't have a double boiler, you can make one by just putting a metal pan on top of a pot and just steam it. And so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and place all my chocolate in there. And I'll put the lid on. That'll just speed things up a little bit. And in my saucepan here, I'm going to add my cream. So here's my heavy cream and my milk. And we're going to sweeten this with a tablespoon of honey, and that's really all we need. The chocolate also has some sugar in it too, so an alternative to honey would be maple syrup would also work, something mild. I have my temperature on low. Now what we want to do here with the cream is just get it hot. We just want to get it to a boil. We don't want it to boil just right before that point, and then we'll turn it off. So keep an eye on it and don't let it boil. Now we're ready to start processing our hazelnuts. I'm going to put them into my food processor here, and we're going to start blending. Now because there's oils in the hazelnuts, it's going to actually end up in a paste, sort of like a texture of like peanut butter. So once we get the hazelnuts to a nice consistency like this, then we're going to want to add our cocoa powder. You're going to want to keep scraping down the sides and on the bottom until this gets mixed in. Now we're ready to add the chocolate. So it's nice and melted here, and we're going to just pour that in. Next we're going to add a little bit of vanilla, just a touch, not too much. Mix that until everything is nicely combined as well. All right, our last step is to add our cream mixture. Make sure you scrape it down one last time so you get everything well incorporated. I don't know if you can see in here very well, but here's kind of what we're looking at here. Nice and creamy. Our Nutella is done, and it's still warm from that warm cream. So what I'm going to do is, and also it's a little thin yet, but I'll show you what it looks like. Now look at this. It's pretty thick, isn't it? And it's going to get thicker as it sits and as it cools off. But right now, it's nice and warm and it tastes wonderful, let me tell you. And you can also, what I like to do is put it in mason jars and just keep it in the fridge, and it'll keep, you know, a couple weeks. And like I said, guys, check out Cook and Share, that channel, Dave's channel. He's got that great recipe for those cookies. So head on over there and try it, make this, and then go over there and make his recipe and try it out. And when you go over there, leave him a comment and tell him that Rockin' Robin sent you, okay? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and take a taste because this just looks and smells incredible. So delicious, guys. It's still warm, fantastic. Way better than store-bought by far in terms of flavor and ingredients. So I hope you guys will give this a try. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I hope you will. I'd like to see you join us, and I'll be putting out videos every week for you. And leave me a comment down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.